intro, that's the thing I look forward to all the time.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special 8 p.m. Pacific Time broadcast of Upstairs with Kennethan, and Norman.
And no music.
And you heard that. So with the no music, you heard the first thing you heard was Norman talking about there's no music. So
There's no music.
invariably, the music that we were missing was Norman saying there's no music.
There you go.
So the melodious voice and tones of Norman's voice becomes our intro music.
Melodious. Ooh.
So we're just broadcasting early because we're both on and here and ready to go. But also we had two topics we want to talk about today. One was actually from John, which will be at 9 o'clock, right? But I wanted to throw out a topic about being a Christian in a world that's basically non-Christian. Especially if they say you're in a field that is not a ministry or Christian, say. Both Norman and I work for a secular company.
Really?
Well, I don't hear any sound.
Oh, I thought it was a Christian company.
And so therefore at
Okay, I
times
joke.
we can't be, especially myself as a manager, can't be out there with our faith, right? Because people will get upset with us.
Screw them.
And but but yet we also feel like, see, that it's a calling. I mean, I'm an engineer, and therefore I felt that God made me this way, and therefore He wanted me to be an engineer, and I became an engineer, and so that's what I do. And so therefore that's what I'm doing. And so therefore, if we don't do what we do as engineers, then we can't help other people, especially when people need to say, "Hey, I need a transportation, or it's a car, or a plane, or a train, or I need a house, or a building, or I need a computer, or I mean everything that you see around you, everything you see around you has an engineer touch to it somehow, okay?
Or a technical drafter.
Okay, whether it's a bookshelf, a house, a computer, a monitor, dishes, planes, trains, automobiles. I mean, chairs. I mean, there's an engineer somewhere, even a packaging engineers for like boxes and soda bottles and what. Anyway, so if we all became ministers, or if we all just started following a pathway of learning theology, which we all should learn theology, then we're going to miss out on the fact that there are people who actually can then change the world or help the world by just being Christians in a secular endeavor. So, knowing that, I wanted to just bounce back and forth with Norman about the fact of being Christians in a secular company. I thought it could be, maybe I don't know if Norman agrees or disagree with the fact that yes, work is our mission field, and we are missionaries to those who do not believe. Thoughts?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure about the those who don't believe. Some people believe but don't fully understand what they believe.
True. There are those I met at work who are nominal Christians. They probably go to a Christian church, maybe more for their kids, but themselves are not Christians.
I just had a discussion with somebody about the rapture, and they informed me that there is no rapture.
It's Christian.
Yes. And I said, excuse me?
Well, the rapture isn't really talked about.
The actual word rapture is not.
Right, but they do talk about being taken from,
But the various Greek and Latin words that translate to rapture are there.
Yep.
And, what is it? Paul writes a letter to a group who thought that the rapture was coming and that the dead, their relatives who had died, were going to miss out. He said, well, that's when he explains how it's, the dead in Christ rise first. So don't worry.
So that's a good point.
And then we will be caught up. But the guy's comment was, well, because I said it's in the Bible. And he says, yeah, but what are the many translations? Which brings up my interesting point, which is, if you start doubting that, how can you actually believe in Christ? Because in what translation? in the numerous translations. Just, I don't know. It's how can you believe anything if you start saying, well, it's other translations might rule it out.
Okay.
Just bothered me.
So you're off
And so
topic
there you go.
there.
You got vented on.
No, so that's a good point because in a sense at work although we experience people who are fellow Christians and obviously they have no issue with us talking about God or bringing God up, right? There are those who are nominal Christians who we hopefully don't we can debate over different things that are not necessarily critical of the faith, But then again, there are those people who feel like uncomfortable with that kind of debate. So you do it, you do it in a more private setting or off on lunch or somewhere else. And of course, there are those who are non-Christians or those about their faith. Especially we work in a company that has multiple um, different ethnic backgrounds of people working there, multiple different faiths. And so we have to times be careful about what we say and do because we could get in trouble for it. Especially as a manager, you can't say some things without people getting to think like, oh, you're trying to impose your belief on us, and therefore that's harassment. Okay.
Yep. You gave me a downgrade because I didn't listen to what you were talking about the last time.
What?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying
I
the
gave you a
various things that can be
downgrade?
commented
Oh, you're just saying. Okay, you're just saying that. Okay, yeah,
as
yeah.
a manager.
Right. Okay. I tried to hold to the Christian principles, therefore I'm not going to hold someone, hopefully what I don't think they believe in me against them, But I'm sure there are people who might feel that happens. Even though maybe not be. The downgrade is nothing to do with difference in faith, but just because that person necessarily wasn't doing a good job. But they could use that against you. That's why at times I let people know that I'm a Christian, and yet I don't make it so it's like in their face type thing. It's like one of the things when someone has an issue or concern, so I ask, well, how can I pray for you? And so that to me is not really a in your face type thing, right? And there are people who know I'm a Christian that come to me and say, hey, can you please pray for so and so? So I'll do that. But I'm not out there saying, guess what, guys? I'm a Christian. You better become a Christian too, or you ain't gonna get a pay raise. Which wouldn't happen. A Christian wouldn't do that. True Christian would not do that. But back to my original supposition, though, right? Can work be our mission field?
Well, since life is our mission field and work is a small portion of said life, yes.
Because I keep thinking sometimes like, okay, go to work, I'm done, get home, okay? I shouldn't spend more time there. But yeah, I'm thinking, especially as a manager, I can impact people's lives and careers in a way that I couldn't as a worker. I keep thinking, as a godly, hopefully, godly man, I believe I'm a godly man, godly husband, godly father, godly engineer, godly manager, that I can help impact people's lives, if not directly by trying to bring them to Christ, right, but to indirectly by showing them that my love for them or what I do is for Christ, right, that I'm helping them. If they'll see that. It's what I find unique is the fact for me personally, I find God throws in my path a lot of people who are Christians, who almost seem like at times need to have that extra fortification of knowing there are other Christians out there.
Ah, keep people from being the lone Christian.
Well, and think about it, right?
Hmm?
God uses different people different ways, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Why would not God use someone for, hey, your job, your mission, so to speak, what I'm asking you to do is to be out there to fortify Christians. Yes, you're not going to be the one going out and converting and show people and they become to Christ, right? Just fine. Even though you're all supposed to go out and share the gospel with other people, right? But you shouldn't get yourself up in tatters or bad. It's like, well, so and so just had 10 people come to know the Lord, and you got 0 this week. It's not about numbers. It's about
Well,
relationships. About
yep.
about because and ultimately, nothing we say and do will bring people to Christ. Only God can bring them to Christ. And only they can make the choice. We can't make it for them. We can help them. Which is why I keep thinking myself personally is that my calling is to, as a manager, be there for people, to show my love through my actions and my deeds, to be honest, fair, and be supportive of those who are Christians, and and I don't know.
I don't know, but showing Christ's love through your actions would be a good thing.
Well, that's why I was curious. That's why I thought it would be a good interesting topic to have, talk about, because I just didn't know whether or not it would be appropriate. I mean, I had discussion before with somebody else I know is a Christian at Boeing, sorry, at the workplace. I didn't want to mention the name.
Edit.
And same thing, right? Can it be a mission field? Like, well, maybe not. Why not? I mean, we're there for 8 hours a day. Like, I think I was there 10 hours a day. Because something came up, an urgent issue popped up. Talking with my team about making sure we're gonna do right. I was thinking, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with staying 10 hours? Supposed to be we're going home at 8 hours, right? What's wrong with spending extra time there? If this is my mission field, then it shouldn't be a problem. I shouldn't feel like I'm gonna get right out of here as soon as possible. But then I feel guilty at times. I think, well, so what did I do today at work that truly reflected God's love and God's commandment, and showing that people the way to Jesus.
Well, probably by not grabbing them by the throat when you discover that they are part of the evil 40%.
Evil 40%. What's evil 40%?
Well, there's two groups at work. There are the 20% of the entire population is trying to get product out the door and into the hands of the public. 80% are trying to stop them. And the 80% is divided into two halves, so 40% and 40%. 40% don't realize they're getting in the way of the 20%. The other 40% are actively trying to get in the way, developing weird processes that slow work down. I go to a meeting that is full of the evil 40%ers.
Yeah, but so how many of those do you think are Christians?
I don't know, but I'm showing Christ's love by not reaching through the phone and grabbing their little throats and throttling them.
Well, interesting is that I had a story where this one guy, I was, he and I have been at odds at different times, right? It's like, and it's like, we had IM one time, and I said, hey, so, he said, oh yeah, I said, wait a minute, whoa, we agree? I go, the world's coming to an end, okay? He says, yeah, come Lord Jesus, come. I'm like, I stopped. I'm like, what? I didn't, I'm like, Rena's going, is he joking or is he serious, right? After a little while, he says, did I
freak you out?
Leave you speechless? I go, yeah, you did. I'm not sure whether you were joking or being serious. He goes, yeah, I'm very dead serious, right? So I said, yeah, because I believe, I'm waiting for Christ to come back again, And I kind of find out he's a Christian, okay?
Well.
And he struggles like me at times, where at times, like, how much at work he feel like he doesn't show Christ because he seemed like the work tends to bring the bat out of him sometimes, I'm like, so my plan is to have lunch with him. I didn't have it Friday, I was sick, but this Friday, and talk about things. It's like, yeah, let's talk about this, I'm curious to know, because I struggle with it too, how to be a godly person and not let my passion or my frustration, egg out on things, Egg out, that's not a word. What is that? Egg out.
Takes a lot of patience sometimes.
Oh yeah, a lot of patience, so.
Especially when they're the evil 40%.
That's why this whole idea about, working in a mission field. I mean, they said that about time. I mean, how many times have you heard stories where people say, hey, yeah, I became a Christian because of so-and-so, how they acted, behaved, and did. And you're like, what? It wasn't about what they said. It wasn't about, pamphlets or tracts or Bibles or whatnot. It's how they lived their lives. You're like, I just so much love the way I saw that person behaving and acting. That I want that too, I keep looking at myself and thinking, well, I don't know if people want to become like me,
Well, you're a manager after all.
Decent human being and all, but I get frustrated and I get, tend to let things bother me sometimes, and it's like.
Well, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Well, it went dead, and sometimes we lose communications.
Dead. I don't know anything we didn't know we went dead.
And the volume has been coming in and out on
Oh, it
my
has?
side.
Oh, okay. So, anyone watching this special episode, about mission fields and whatnot, I mean, let's, post what you think about our comment about mission fields, about life. I mean, life is, like Norman said, life is a mission field. And so whether or not we are at Starbucks or at work or at school with our families, I mean, anywhere we do is that our lives are played out 24/7. And the idea is to be a Christian 24/7, not a Christian just on Sundays only like some do. So if you have any comments or thoughts or questions or anything you want to say with us, go ahead and post it in a link below. We are always open to learning more and hearing what people have to say. In the meantime, you think you're ready to, well, I mean, I'm just telling you stuff right now.
If you're talking to me, your volume dropped below what I could hear.
How did that? I didn't change. That's what gets me. I don't change my position.
I don't know. Maybe it's the tonsil.
Tonsillitis you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Because I cranked up the volume once to pick you up.
Crank up the volume.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Oh my gosh, I'm level 38. Wow.
Whoa!
Two more to go, right? 40 is
Yep.
max level here?
40 is max.
Wow, shocking.
That's why I was trying to encourage you to get the doubler. Because those last couple of levels sometimes take a long time.
There you go. I went to... The cellar over in Bora Bay was missing, so I went to Millennium City. I go to the bank.
There's a couple cellars at the bay.
Down by the bay. Where do watermelons grow?
Where the watermelons go? What?
That's not right, is it? Down by the bay. Where the... Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm looking for the lyrics. Down by the bay lyrics. Rafi? No, it's not Rafi. Jeez.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I was right. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, where the watermelons gonna go. Back to my home, I dare not go, For if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay. It's a kid's song, okay?
Okay.
You've never been a kid, or maybe a long time ago.
Oh,
before there was
very
music,
long time
right?
ago.
So yes, it's down by the bay where lemons grow, back to my home, do not go. If I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a whale with a polka dot tail? Or, have you ever seen a fly wearing a tie? Or, have you ever seen a snake baking a cake? Or, have you ever had a time when you couldn't make a rhyme? Down by the bay. What?
It's a weird song.
Yeah, whatever. You have no imagination.
You should go to the doctor.
I'm fine.
You might have to get your tonsils removed.
Oh, whatever.
That's possible.
Have they figured out what tonsils are good for?
Yeah, they're part of the immune system. There are some other things they do also.
Bank. Alright, my bank. Dump some stuff up here. What I got? All these items, Are they duplicates or not? I don't want an intelligent enhancement. Crap. I'm going to sell that one.
Well, you are a manager.
What? What's that got to do with anything?
What was it that you said? I don't need any intelligence.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
And you just proved my point.
Just so. Yeah, fine. I moved your point. Yeah, it's even funny too,
Oh, come on. You loved it. You love my sense of humor.
Marginally.
Now you're just in denial.
No, I'm not in Egypt, okay? But,
Boo. That was very poor.
Well, it worked.
Not the poorest I've heard you say, but.
Whole place. See, what's the point of even upgrading your vessel,
What's the point of upgrading your vehicle?
Yeah, because just all you do is fly around.
Because you can actually blow things up with your vehicle if it's got a sufficient firepower.
Yeah, but
And if you get into air combat, maneuverability is good and armor is good, so you don't get blown out of the sky.
But where would you do that at,
You can challenge somebody to a fight.
So PvP
you can actually attack bases with your vehicle. You can turn your vehicle on and fight anything outside with vehicle power. I've seen people come in and blow things up with their vehicles.
Ooh, I got 5 of those now. Fuse together, put a catalyst in there. Fuse. It failed.
Oh, now you only have 4 of them.
Yep. Well, I still do it though. I'm gonna put in a fire catalyst now. Oh wait, no, only 5, right? Oh crap.
Takes 5 to merge.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, right? You get 5 and you fail, and you're like.
Well, that's why you shouldn't try until you get to like 9, and then you can get like 3 or 4 shots at it.
I don't need intelligence. Let's see, intelligence. Recovery, endurance, strength. Ego, endurance. I'll keep some of those stuff.
So, my girl is turned 20, which was my goal for tonight, to get her to 20.
Okay. Then you can, I'm going to encourage you want to play tonight. We're going to start doing some stuff then.
Yep, so let me log out and get somebody who's in the bay.
Down by the bay?
Oh, not that song again.
Well, you're the one who started it.
Well, tomorrow I'll play Raw Chicken, a new character I made.
Raw Chicken.
Yes, there's a costume add-in, which is bare muscle. The skin's been removed, so you just are the muscle fibers. So I've got that, and then I got a chicken head, so he's raw chicken. And you know how deadly raw chicken can be.
If it's not cooked, yeah, it can be pretty bad.
Yep.
Ooh,
so I'm thinking of picking up the I can't remember what it's called, but it leaves a cloud of poison around you. So that'll be his salmonella attack. Okay, so where are you in the bay, and what bay number?
I'm in Syria now at my bank. I think I'm
You're what?
At the bank. In Millennium Bay. The bank in
the bay. Okay.
I'm trying to do something out here.
Are you in bay number 1? No.
There you go. Now I was just seeing what I got here. I got this some armor pieces, and it looks like what I have is still good. You gave me some good stuff,
So what bay are you in?
No, okay, wait. No, I'm in Millennium City right now, okay?
Oh, in Millennium City.
Yeah.
How are you going to get to the bay?
Hang on, man. I'm at a bank right now.
You're going to have to wait for an on alert.
I was just checking some of this armor I have in my packs,
Okay.
a 2-slot, but what I have in what I'm currently wearing is a 3-slot. To level 38, I mean 35. What is it? No, 38 P's, but it only has two. Well, see, like my guy is better because of all the add-in stats.
Yeah.
My current helmet's a 33, and I have a 38 here with 2 slots. But it already has the gems put it. No, it doesn't. So if I just what do I have now? My current helmet has what? Nothing. Yeah, it's got dexterity and cooldown reduction. So if I put this one instead, let's see, what if another dexterity thing in here? Dexterity 51. Which would be 51. A lot more dexterity. So I need to do that then. Dexterity. Utility slot. Should be for what? Utility.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to log back in as the chicken. When you get back to the bay, let me know, and I will change back to the archer.
Oops. Crap. All right.
Because the archer has a double experience point thing that is ticking off while you are banking.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And the raw chicken, I can actually go do some chores. Get some experience. He's only 14. Hi. What are you doing there, boy? Come on. If you're coming. Yeah, go on. Need to go see the doctor.
No, I'm not going to see a doctor. I don't have any reason to. Well, not right now, I don't think so, but...
Yeah. Could be the zombie plague.
Ooh, zombies are here, yes.
Gotta watch out with that. Which, by the way, if you turn into a zombie and I see you, I will shoot you in the head.
Oh, thanks.
My pleasure. And don't worry, I will not hit you with a Molotov cocktail because I know better. Not everybody does, but I do. Alert. Come on, lift.
Aurora Bay.
What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, but you said there was a vendor next to the, what's it called? The Until database base. They're missing now, you know?
Well, I
By
don't know
Bay.
why he would be.
I don't know either. Alright. I'm here when you're ready.
Okay. I'm in the middle of an on alert, and as soon as they kill me a few more times, I'll be there.
According to this, there's people watching me, but I only got one name on the list. I always hate that part. Down by, 10 followers. Jeez. Nothing compared to my other people I've seen on Twitch, you know. So, for those who are following this little special broadcast, I thought I'd throw out there this thing I saw on GameBreaker.tv.
I'm going to turn your volume off now.
What?
I'm going to turn the volume off now.
Top 5 MMOs that should have been canceled a long time ago. So it says this is from GameBreaker.tv. Some are bad, some are old, some just don't seem to be getting development support anymore, but they all make up the top 5 MMOs we can't believe are still up and running. Number 5, Ragnarok Online 2. Now, mind you, I have no idea that game. I've heard of it, but never played it. Number 4, Age of Conan, which I played a little bit when it first came out. The biggest thing they sold at the time was the fact that, hey, guess what? You know,
it's Conan.
We show breasts, okay? So a lot of the guys make female characters and they strip themselves down to check it out, okay? So, but according to the article here, it's classified as a AAA MMO, but the game has struggled to hold onto player interest almost from the very beginning. The move to free-to-play bolstered interest in the title for a short time, but when new players discovered that the starting experience was not actually indicative of what to expect from the rest of the game, interest quickly waned. A combat system that shows promise at first, but quickly becomes nothing short of awkward, keeps this game from being able to establish a foothold in a genre where newer, shinier games are constantly rolling out. Number 3, Champions Online. When City of Heroes bid farewell, there was an opportunity of the likes of which are seldom seen for Champions Online to establish itself as the go-to game in your superhero MMO fix. DCUO primarily targets the console audience, and games like Marvel Heroes doesn't allow creation of your own superheroes. So Champions Online was left as the only game in town that could have truly filled this COH void. Sadly, Perfect World has done almost nothing with Champ since acquiring Cryptic Studios from Atari, and this complete lack of support and development, along with the game's failure to take advantage of a gap in the superhero MMO genre, have left many wondering why the game hasn't just shut down its servers. So there you go, Norman. Hello? Hello? You still there?
Are you done yet?
Did you hear what I just said?
Well, I assumed you were talking about Champions, and I told you I was going to turn you off.
You did. I was wondering what your reaction was to that, you know?
Oh. Well, since they don't understand what Champions is all about, I'm not sure I wanted to hear what they had to say.
Well, what I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Champions. Obviously, I played it, right? Is I think that Cryptic has taken care of the people. You know, they have done more content and add some things to it and kept things going on. You know, so I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about, right? Anyways, number 2 is Scarlet Blade. I guess according to the words here, the old saying The old saying is sex sells, but apparently sex also makes for a really shitty game. Once you get past the initial amazement of bouncing boobs and pretty much naked female figures in all the female world of Scar Blade, there is nothing left but boring, grinding gameplay and a story that makes the worst porn you've ever seen look like Shakespeare in the Park. Different games are on this list for different reasons, but be it age or lack of support and development. But Scarlet Blade gives Ragnarok Online 2 a run for its money as just plain bad department. Number 1, Dark Age of Camelot, which was my first MMO game back in 2004. You can debate for days on whether or not Dark Age of Camelot can ever recover from the damage EA's version of Mythic Studios did to the game. But the main reason this game makes this list is simply due to its very obvious and very public aging. DAOC launched in 2001, and it really shows not only in the look of the game, but in many of the systems. The one thing that's obviously not out of date is the 3-faction world PvP DAOC perfected. Many games have emulated or flat out copied this 3-faction PvP system, but unfortunately while doing so, these newer games also outshine Dark Age of Camelot in nearly every other aspect. It's a legend that many would be saddened to see shut its doors, but a game with this amount of wear and tear from age is bound to give out eventually. Yeah, actually it was 2001 I started first playing the game. Alright. Let's see what we got on the list here of...
So where are you located?
Oh, number 1.
Accept. There we go. Uh-oh.
What?
My arrow disappeared.
Oh, I didn't have an arrow, that's why.
There we go. I have one.
I have no arrow. Why do I have no arrow?
I don't know. I got one.
Oh my gosh.
Are you inside a building?
I'm outside. You're not even in number 1, are you?
I'm in number 1. There's only one, apparently.
Aurora Bay number 1.
Yeah. It's just weird, because yours says Valora Bay number 1 over your green stuff, and I see none of your energy output. That's why I was wondering if you were in the building.
I don't see your arrow.
I don't see yours either, and I'm approaching number 1.
I'm in front of the dock, or where the ship is.
Well, I was over there, and I didn't see you either, and I looked all over. Okay, well, I should come to the dock then.
Hang on, man. Somehow I'm reloading all of a sudden. Why is it reloading?
I don't know. Maybe you did something wrong.
I can still hear the game. My loading bar says loading, about halfway. It seems to stop. Still give me tips though.
Oh, well, that's good. Tips are good.
Yeah, at least it's not frozen. I don't think.
But you're about to. At least that's my thought.
Down by the dock of the bay.
Don't do that one.
Killing time.
I like that song. I would like to continue to like that song. Well, I'm now on the boat, and I got my reward for being on the boat.
What boat? For that particular quest?
No, the ferry. The paddle wheel, the steamer. You said you were at the dock near the paddle wheel. So I have run all the way over. I am now...
Why is it not loading? It's still blinking loading, giving me tips, but I'm not getting in the game. It's not going to do this again, am I?
I think you're stuck in an infinite loop of possibilities. See what happens when you try to do a special show? Well, reboot. or force exit the game.
Might have to since. But why does it still give me tips though? Usually freezingly frozen, you know.
Well, yeah, I would think you'd be completely frozen, but it's trying to load you. I don't know why. If you were
Well,
here,
yeah, I'm also feel like it was like having a problem before I clicked on, you know. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna get out of the game then. Control Delete. A fatal error. Direct
uh,
3D driver returned error code or second device. Cryptic, and I'm gonna submit any message to you. Okay.
hey, it just logged off, which is interesting because it says you just logged off, but I can still see your icon.
Strange. An error was detected by the game. Would you like to
And
verify all files? This may take 10, 20 minutes. No.
and it still got me as your teammate, so I can't do anything while. Oh, and I can't get out of the team. This is weird. There we go. Leave team. There we go. So while you prepare yourself to come back, I hopefully will be fighting Foxbat.
Almost. Wow.
Hey, you just logged back in.
Yeah, I'm talking too much. Getting my silence is golden, right?
I've heard that. Not around here, but I've heard that before. Okay, I'm going to be fighting Foxbat when you log back in. Gesundheit, cat.
Did you hear they had picked their 100 people to go to Mars?
Who's taking them?
Well, no, this I don't know. They're supposed to launch in 2024. I'm not sure what the actual teams of four. I think they should have a title, but apparently this is a one-way trip.
One-way trip?
Yeah. His idea is that you're not coming back. You know, I mean, it's a part of the whole thing is knowing it's a one-way trip. So I don't see you here. I'm in number 1.
That's
You
okay.
are in Millennium City. That's why.
Well, I'm actually in one of the challenges, so.
Oh. Taking care of your XP, yeah. Yeah, they had 100 people, 50 men, 50 women. Now they're going to go through the process of I guess, living together. Try to, because you may not like each other, right? You know, they got to actually bond or somehow, I guess. But yeah, apparently it's a one-way trip. You know, you're going to go settle Mars and you're not coming back. I mean, like, it's part of the whole thing is that you're going to go, you're not coming back.
Huh.
And like, it's like a 1-year trip there. You know, they're going to launch a.
Depends on how fast their ship is.
They're going to launch a test ship, I think in 2018. That will go there, but it will just basically just verify it can be done, so to speak, right before they actually launch the actual manned stuff. It's a non-profit. It's a private enterprise, you know. So it's not like it's funded by the government or not. So they're obviously looking for donations, you know.
I think it's a con.
See, Mars. What's this? Mars mission. Mars 1. I don't want to look at CNN. Jeez. Wrong channel. What else do I have here? I wonder if I could go to. Oh my gosh, why do they always default to New York Times? And I'll do the Daily Mail from England again. Apparently, 5 Britons were picked. So you meet the 5 Britons who could live on Mars and never return. Mission reveals final long list for a one-way manned journey to Red Planet in 2025, whose pioneers will die there. It's been described as a suicidal mission that is doomed to fail. Despite this, 100 people, including 5 Britons, have been shortlisted for the Mars 1 mission, which aims to send people to live on the red planet. The 5 British candidates are all under the age of 35 and hope to be chosen to be among the final crew of 4 who are set to begin their new lives in just 10 years' time and ultimately die on Mars. Oh, so the final will be 4. Interesting, okay. But apparently, I guess it's going to be, what, say, how do they get the plans about how the finalists will arrive are vague. Mars 1 simply says that the crew will arrive on Mars in 2025 after a 7-month journey from Earth. A landing module attached to a rocket would drop the humans off before they were met by a rover and taken to the Mars 1 colony. There is a possibility that the colonists could hibernate on the long journey. Proposal by NASA on unrelated missions suggests the crew could be put to deep sleep for up to 180 days, allowing them to make the journey of reduced need for food and sleep and water. The we will intravenous After landing on the planet, the colonists would move into small pods, their homes. The colonists would have 50 square meters each and a total of more than 200 square meters combined interior space. Within the settlement are inflatable components which contain bedrooms, working areas, living room, and a planet production unit, where they will grow greenery. So I guess they're going to send other pods there, you know. No, good luck for them. I wouldn't want to do that personally, but
sounds sort of foolish.
Well, if it's only part of history, you know.
Well, it would be better if they were to build a fling in space catapult, and launch a space catapult toward Mars. Then they could do the launch and retrieve method, and it cuts down on the amount of time by a lot.
Well, they probably fixed that, right? So what's this? Why is it saying that there's an article on CNET says there's 99 human and 1 alien? What? Who's the 1 alien?
Well, did they say illegal alien?
No. I'm trying to see where it says that. See, it's 39 from the Americas, including 33 from the U.S., plus 31 from Europe, 16 from Asia, 7 from Africa, 7 from Oceania. Oh, I see. Apparently one of the hopefuls is a 38-year-old guy from Poland who simply goes by the name M1KO and claims to be a Martian sent to Earth who would now be happy to help us explore his home planet. I don't think M1KO is going, okay? Apparently hopefully it won't mimic the outpost as visualized by a team of MIT students who postulated that last year the astronauts would start to die off after just 2 months on Martian soil. Wow. So negative. Let me know when you finish your alert.
Well, it's not the best group I've ever been with. It's a whole group of robots except for me. And they don't know how to fight, and I keep getting killed.
Uh-oh.
So it might be a little bit. We've got 2 rooms to clear, and then the boss. Since they keep letting me die. Okay. We now go for the boss. So, what's the update on City of Titans, or whatever the name of that thing is?
Oh, I've been forwarding you different stuff, right? But I'm not sure what the latest and greatest. What was the actual? I'm trying to go back to my Kickstarter then. Kickstarter. Cities of Titans. So wow. I pledged back in 2013. Wow. So my pledge was this one, which means estimated delivery November 2015. So this year.
Whoa.
But I've been forwarding you different things, right? They've been doing a lot more for the lore and whatnot, you know. See, what's the latest update here? This update was done. Yeah, it's just all lore stuff. Oh well.
Heck with heck with the lore.
I know. Go to the actual
Yeah, it was a game.
news. Frequently asked questions. How's this? Let's see. What? Who? When? Are you going to beta? Oh. Oh crap. It's been changed. Okay. When are you going to beta? Not for some time. Thanks to the way we were founded, the project has been publicly known since someone first had the idea, but most games are only announced after years and years of development has already been made. This also means all updates are soft goals, as predicting what will happen and how long things will take at this stage is very difficult. This is normal for game development, which is true. How often has the release date of some AAA titles you were waiting for been pushed off? The date listed below will be kept updated. The date will be preceded by alpha and beta testing for Kickstarter backers. Current estimated beta release mid-2016.
2016.
So they're off target from the original Kickstarter idea, you know.
I thought they had more than enough money.
So I help kickstart them, you know. I support, you know.
Write to them and tell them, hey, get another support up.
Oh, you're back here now.
Okay. I'm back. And you are still looking weird. Where are you located?
Number 1. So are you
Oh.
in front
Yes,
of the
what building?
well, in front of the docks, you know. On the street here, you know.
Okay.
Into the terminal line.
Nobody is standing there but somebody named Procure Flawless.
Do you see Jennifer Ward by a light bulb here?
Do I see what?
There's an NPC named Jennifer Ward by a light pole near the end of the trolley line.
There is nobody standing there.
There's a red car over there. See it? The street?
There are no cars.
What? At all?
At all.
You see the hotel in the distance, right? And in the...
How did you get to the city?
I'm in Vibora Bay number 1, it says.
Yes, but how'd you get into the city?
Millennium City?
How'd you get to the bay?
By going by airplane.
Ah, okay, I know where you are. You're not where I am.
You went through the
drill, which happens to be up now. So click on the top day at the mall,
yeah.
Draconis.
Well, do we? Okay.
Yep.
Meantime, I'm going to sign off on this episode. This free, extra episode. We'll be broadcasting in about 5 or 10 minutes to finish this alert. And so we'll see you shortly. Goodbye.